Let's go ahead and move the chickshaw. We'll come back and check on her. Selah, just put her into the nesting box, the land box. What is the toughest month of the year for you? Maybe you never thought about it. But for me, especially doing what I do here, running a farm and homestead, it is August. Because August is so hot, so humid, and we just got through with that this month. So I am super glad because during August, the weed seeds, the unwanted plants grow like crazy. And the past few weeks, we've gotten more rain than usual, so it's made those unwanted plants just flourish and grow. So it makes our work a little bit harder here on the farm. And as a result of that, we got behind on a number of things. And I've decided I'm gonna give up on the garden because it's so bad. Not this garden right here. There's another garden right over here, just beyond these beds right here, that it's just got so bad, I'm giving up on it. So I'm gonna bring the chickens in and let them go to town, eat up the unwanted plants, do weed seeds as well, so they can save me the work of having to do it. There's a number of things that I plan to do to improve next year so we won't have to deal with so much unwanted plants. One is I'm gonna be doing landscape. I plan to do landscape fabric in some of these areas that we're walking around that are harder to weed eat and mow around, just because having to do that is just so laborious. And as we're graduating from and trying to do less tillage here, we're hoping that's going to improve as well. But most of the areas that we have trouble with the unwanted plants, the weeds, is not in our garden beds, but around them. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I want to switch to doing more landscape fabric and maybe some mulch too, just to keep that pressure down. So, see that there? Chickens are up there. So we gotta move them. But before we move, I need to move and set up our electrified fencing here, so that way we actually have an area to move them in. That's what we gotta do first. Alrighty, so as you can see right here, it's pretty bad. Really bad. So, really embarrassed to show you, but this is real life here. This is what happened. So, we're just gonna have to clean it up, take care of it. What about you? Is there an area around your property that you're really not happy about? Let us know. Even though this happens like every time, I'm a huge fan of the Premier One fencing. It is one of those must-have tools for raising livestock, raising all kinds of animals on a homestead. Alrighty, so as typical with us, the fence was tangled up just a little bit.
Yep, but not as much as it normally does.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say normally, but we've had some bad ones. This was definitely not a bad one.
Yeah.
So we got the first half done. We're gonna bring in another portion of the fence. We're connecting basically two fences together. Let's get another fence.
Yep.
Alrighty, so the fence is overlapping just a little bit, but that's okay. We typically have them connect at least somewhere where the ends connect. So we'll do that right at the top up there. But this one we'll just wrap it around, and as long as it's not really coming into contact with the ground much on the live wire, you're okay. So, and for those of you who don't know, the bottom, the black wire, is not live, it's not hot. So only the ones above that are. And Josiah's taking the hammer to the stakes and making sure they get in the ground securely. Thank you, Josiah.
Good job.
All right, now that we have the fence set up, next comes our favorite part. At least my favorite part. What about you?
Yeah, it's mine too.
And what part is this?
It's moving the chickens.
Yeah, so we're gonna move the chickens over here. And for those of you who don't know, our land is sloped, so a lot of areas are terraced. And here on part of the slope side or slope portion of the terrace that we have here, the drop off, is where we had a lot of the problems. So this is really where I want to definitely make sure that we put landscape fabric going into next year, next spring. So I won't put the chickens here because it drops off right there. So the chickshaw would just fall right down the hill. But right here is flatter. I know it's really, really hard to tell, but we'll pull them in. Ideally, chickens like for the grass to be a little bit shorter. So this is probably more of a height for cows or something like that, but they will eat it, and we'll help them knock it down and slowly eat away eat the plants away, eat the seeds away, and we'll bring in some ducks too to help give them some extra backup. So last week we moved the chickens right here into this wooded area that we're really trying to get under control and start clearing out some trees so that we can actually make this area productive, because there's just fruit trees in here and all kind of other trees that really didn't get to develop just because they're so smothered out with light that they really just shot straight up in the air and really aren't as productive as they should be. So we're really gonna try to manage and get this area under control. So the chickens have been our forerunners. We brought them in so they can go ahead and clear it up. And we have all of our chickens and all of our ducks in here working together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split some of the chickens up. Last night, I shut them up in the new chickshaw that we got. And we're gonna move that half of the chickens down to the area that we just set the fencing up for. Okay team, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring the chickshaw around through here, open up the fence here. So who wants to be the gatekeeper? We can only have 1 or 2 gatekeepers.
Me and Micah.
Josiah and Micah, you can be the gatekeepers. And say that you'll help me out on the inside with moving the chickshaw. And as gatekeepers, guys, what I need you guys to do is I need you to make sure that the chickens don't come out and only we come out. Can you do it? What about you, Micah? Can you help Josiah do it? Say, yeah, we can.
Hi, Peter.
What does Bob the Builder say? Can we do it?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay, when I say move, I want you guys to back that way real quick. Selah, you just keep doing what you're doing. Alright, they're ready to move. Ready to get outside and explore. Here we go.
Her foot, you squished her foot.
Oh, really?
She can't walk.
Here, move it back.
Chickens.
Which one?
She's over here in the nesting box.
Put it back, put it back. Let's go ahead and move the chickshaw and we'll come back and check on her. Selah, just put her into the nesting box, the land box. Bad spot to be in, it's a good spot. Hopefully don't hit anything I don't know about. All right. Just a little bit thick in there. I think we got it. We're gonna let them out. Have fun. How's she doing? She's not able to use that leg. Let's just see here. She able to walk at all? Let's carry her closer to the house and keep an eye on her.
Looks like you broke it.
And set her down right in here. Let's go tell Mommy about it. See what we need to do. Well, this is the first. We ran over a chicken's leg as we were taking the chickshaw out. So I never had him run under it as we were moving it before. So if you can come out there and check on it, it may have broken its leg. I'm not sure.
So how did she get run over? Like, where did she get run over?
We don't know exactly where on her leg she got ran over at. As we were moving the chickshaw, none of us saw her. We just heard the squeal and then saw her not able to use the leg, really.
I haven't seen her walk. It doesn't look physically broken. So I say we just put her in a pen by herself and let her get over the shock.
Whoa, need a doctor.
Really?
Need a doctor back.
Okay. And,
Not sure what he meant there.
yeah.
What did you mean?
Whoa, need a dust bath.
Needs a dust bath? Oh, that's what you meant. It needs a dust bath.
In red.
Oh, translation.
I need
You can't see
a
it.
dust bath.
Thank you, Josiah.
You're welcome.
But I'm thinking she got run over somewhere besides her leg. Hear her kind of wheezing or gurgly,
Yeah, I don't know if it was her leg or hip or
her whole body.
It was weird. It's like we were moving the chickshaw and then we heard the squeal. She got ran over and then we put her in the nesting box and closed her up so the other chickens wouldn't mess with her. But then she was like laying an egg at the same time, all of it. Maybe the shock of all of it made the egg come out a little sooner. I don't know.
I think we should just put her by herself and just watch her and see how she does.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea to me too.
Mommy.
Selah's a little pretty sad about it right now. This really hadn't happened before. I think they just been really getting used to us coming up there, spending more time with us. We may have confused them and they were just kind of going around and trying to get closer to us and not really sure what was going on. Hey there.
Hi.
So you doing a little bit better?
Yeah.
What you got there?
I got some scraps for the chickens.
All right, well let's take them up there. I'll walk with you.
Okay.
Let's do what we need to do first.
Oh, wow, did you see how high she jumped?
Oh, that's crazy. That's pretty cool when they jump up like that.
Yep.
You gotta let them get it. You're like pulling it away. That's cool, them jumping up like that.
He's looking at it. Like, maybe I'll do it. Look, Daddy, it's got hair.
Like some kind of surfer dude or something. And here on our homestead, our garbage disposal isn't something that goes through our sink. No, it's outside. Our garbage disposals are living. We either give our food scraps to the chickens, the ducks, or the dogs. And we give the chickens a lot of things except for eggshells, because that will encourage them to eat and develop the flavor and taste for eggs, and we don't want them to do that. Alrighty, while Selah's over there getting her chicken therapy in and feeding the food scraps to the chickens, I'm gonna go ahead and move our solar power energizer here from Premier One down to the chickens that we just moved. The chickens up here in this wooded area that we're clearing out, their fence is electrified by a plug-in energizer that we have that runs up there by our wash and pack station. So this one right here will go down for the other ones. Okay, so I'll need to set up our ground rod, but what you have here is you have your red one, and it will go right onto the fence here. And then the black one, which I am not seeing a black one there. Somehow we must have lost it. So we'll see if Lacie can do some work on this energizer. I'll bring the ground rod and get the ground rod out, but we're gonna need to have a wire here. Okay, Lacie, you think you could work on this and put a new clip on here for the ground one? This is that one, but I'm not sure what happened to the wire and the clamp. So I do have some other clamps that we can use.
What about wire?
I'll have to see what we can find, I guess.
The clamp is no big deal. I've done that before, but I need the wire. Well, we ended up needing some new wire for our charger. So Mike went out and picked me up some wire, and then he also found the clips that we need because the whole wire and the clip for our grounding wire is gone. So I'm gonna work on rigging that up right now. Living on a homestead, you get to acquire skills that you never thought you would have. Repairing a solar charger, I never thought that would happen. And while I'm at it, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the positive wire too. It's just looking a little old, and I might as well just go ahead and do it and get it out of the way. We've had this Premier One solar charger for almost 6 years now, and this is the first time that we're having to replace the wires. We have had to replace the battery a time or two, but really for everyday use, this thing has taken a beating and keeps on going.
I must say, when Selah told me earlier today that I ran over this chicken, I didn't think it was going to be this bad. And as the day has progressed, it seems like it's getting worse. The chicken's moving around less and less. But we're taking care of her well for now, trying to make her as comfortable as we can. But for now, we're calling it a day. We'll check on this chicken again in the morning.